Life is not about avoiding suffering, it is about becoming the person strong enough to face it. Every moment you delay taking responsibility for your life, you are choosing to remain weak. Strength is not given, it is earned through struggle, discipline, and truth. Many people seek happiness, but happiness is fleeting. What you truly need is meaning. Meaning is found in responsibility, in setting your life in order, in confronting the chaos that holds you back. Start by fixing what you can control, your habits, your thoughts, your discipline. Stop blaming others for where you are. The past is real, but it is not a life sentence. If you take one step toward improvement today and another tomorrow, you will transform yourself in ways you never imagined. Do not lie to yourself or to others. Lies keep you weak, fragile, and fearful. Truth is painful, but it sharpens you like steel. If you speak the truth and live with integrity, you become unstoppable. Adversity is not your enemy, it is your greatest teacher. When you run from struggle, you run from growth. But when you stand tall in the face of hardship, when you take responsibility for your suffering, you unlock a strength few ever achieve. The world does not owe you anything, but you owe yourself the effort to be better. Stop waiting for motivation. Act now. Clean your space. Set a goal. Take control of your habits. Small changes lead to a powerful transformation. If you embrace responsibility, live in truth, and push through discomfort, you will look back one day and realize you have become the strongest version of yourself, and that version is capable of anything. Small steps lead to big changes. This is a principle that many overlook in their pursuit of success, fulfillment, and transformation. People often wait for a grand moment of change, an event that will suddenly shift their lives and bring about instant success. But the reality is that transformation does not happen in an instant. It happens gradually, through small, consistent actions that compound over time. When people set out to change their lives, they often make the mistake of aiming too high too quickly. They attempt to overhaul everything at once, and when they inevitably fall short, they become discouraged and give up. The key to real, lasting change is to start small. Focus on the things that are within your immediate control. If your room is a mess, clean it. If your schedule is chaotic, organize it. If your diet is unhealthy, make one small change today. Drink more water, eat one healthy meal, or avoid junk food for a day. These may seem like insignificant actions, but they are the foundation of discipline. And discipline is what leads to lasting success. Every great achievement begins with a single step. A person who is struggling with confidence will not become fearless overnight. But if they take one small step today, speaking up in a meeting, standing up straight, maintaining eye contact, these small actions accumulate into something greater. Over time, confidence is built not by a single moment of courage, but by countless small moments of choosing to act instead of retreating. One of the most powerful aspects of starting small is that it builds momentum. When you take action, even in the smallest way, you create a sense of progress. That progress fuels motivation, and motivation fuels further action. It is a cycle that propels you forward. The opposite is also true. If you do nothing, you remain stagnant. Inaction leads to more inaction, and soon a person finds themselves trapped in a cycle of avoidance and procrastination. Many people underestimate how powerful small changes can be over time. Consider this. If you improve just 1% every day, in a year, you will be 37 times better than when you started. That is the power of compounding effort. It is not about making drastic changes all at once. It is about consistently making small improvements that accumulate into something extraordinary. Another reason small steps are so effective is that they are sustainable. A person who tries to completely change their habits overnight will likely burn out, but if they commit to making just one small change at a time, they create a sustainable path toward improvement. A person who wants to start exercising does not need to run 10 miles on the first day. They can start with a short walk, a few push-ups, or a single healthy choice. Over time, as these small efforts become habits, they lead to greater and more lasting changes. Small steps also remove the mental resistance that often holds people back. When a task seems too big, too overwhelming, people tend to avoid it. But when the task is small, it becomes manageable. If writing a book feels impossible, start by writing just 1 sentence a day. If learning a new skill seems daunting, start with 5 minutes of practice. The key is to make the action so small that there is no excuse not to do it. Once that small action is taken, the momentum builds, and before long, what once seemed impossible becomes achievable. This principle applies to every aspect of life, whether it is improving your health, building a career, strengthening relationships, or mastering a skill. The mistake most people make is waiting for motivation to strike before they take action. But motivation is unreliable. It comes and goes. The real secret to success is to take action despite how you feel. When you take small, consistent actions, they become habits, and habits shape your future. There is an old saying, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. This is not just a poetic phrase, it is a fundamental truth about how change happens. No one becomes great overnight. No one wakes up one day and suddenly has their life completely in order. It happens through daily effort, through small but consistent steps in the right direction. Most people overestimate what they can do in a day, but underestimate what they can achieve in a year. They focus too much on instant results and get discouraged when they do not see immediate change. But those who understand the power of small steps know that patience and persistence will always lead to something greater. If you want to change your life, do not wait for a perfect moment. Do not wait for motivation. Do not overwhelm yourself by trying to fix everything at once. Just start small. Pick one thing, one small habit, one small improvement, and do it consistently. Over time, those small actions will add up, and before you know it, you will have transformed not just your habits, but yourself. Struggle is not something to be avoided, it is something to be embraced. It is the force that molds you into a stronger, wiser, and more resilient individual. Many people go through life trying to minimize discomfort, avoiding pain, and seeking an easy path. But the truth is, the moments of hardship are what define you. Growth does not come from comfort. It comes from facing difficulty head-on, pushing through adversity, and emerging on the other side transformed. Every challenge you face is an opportunity. It is a test of your character, your discipline, and your ability to adapt. When you struggle, you have 2 choices. You can let it break you, or you can let it build you. Those who choose to grow from their struggles develop a level of strength that cannot be gained any other way. The greatest achievers in history did not become who they were by avoiding hardship. They became great because they endured it, learned from it, and used it as fuel to become better. Pain is a signal that something needs to change. When you experience struggle, it forces you to think, to adapt, and to push beyond your limitations. If everything were easy, you would never improve. The mind and body are designed to grow through resistance. Just as muscles only strengthen when they are challenged with weight, your character only strengthens when it is tested by adversity. The mistake most people make is seeing struggle as something negative. They believe that life should be easier, that obstacles should not exist. But reality does not work that way. Life is filled with unexpected difficulties, setbacks, and failures. Instead of wishing for an easier life, you should wish to become a person strong enough to handle a difficult one. The more challenges you overcome, the more confidence you gain in your ability to handle whatever comes next. Suffering is a part of life, but how you respond to it determines everything. If you see it as unfair, if you complain, if you allow it to make you bitter, then you lose. But if you see struggle as a chance to grow, to improve, and to develop resilience, then you win. Your struggles are shaping you into a better version of yourself. Each hardship is another lesson, another opportunity to prove to yourself that you are stronger than you once believed. There is no success without struggle. Every person who has ever achieved something meaningful has endured difficulties along the way. The difference between those who succeed and those who fail is that successful people refuse to let struggles define them in a negative way. They do not quit when things get tough. They do not run from discomfort. Instead, they face their struggles, learn from them, and use them as stepping stones to something greater. If you are facing difficulties right now, do not see them as the end. See them as the beginning. See them as the necessary process of becoming stronger, wiser, and more capable. Your struggles today are shaping you into the person you need to be for the future. Do not run from them. Face them with courage. Happiness is often misunderstood. Many people believe that the goal of life is to be happy, but happiness is fleeting. It comes and goes dependent on circumstances, emotions, and external factors. If you chase happiness, you will always be at the mercy of things outside your control. Instead, what truly matters is meaning. A life built on meaning is one that remains strong, even in the face of hardship. Meaning is found in responsibility, in purpose, and in contributing to something greater than yourself. It is found in the pursuit of growth, in the dedication to becoming better, and in the willingness to endure difficulty for something valuable. A meaningful life is not necessarily an easy one, but it is one that is deeply fulfilling. Many people confuse happiness with pleasure. They seek temporary enjoyment, entertainment, distractions, indulgence, thinking that it will bring them lasting satisfaction. But pleasure fades quickly, and once it is gone, they are left feeling empty, searching for the next high. Meaning, on the other hand, is lasting. It provides direction, structure, and a sense of deep fulfillment that goes beyond temporary emotions. The most meaningful things in life often require sacrifice and struggle. Raising a family, building a career, mastering a skill. None of these are easy, yet they provide a deep sense of purpose. They give life structure and direction. Those who only seek happiness often avoid difficult responsibilities, but in doing so, they miss out on the very things that make life worth living. Choosing meaning over happiness means accepting that life is not always comfortable. It means choosing to do the hard things, not because they bring immediate joy, but because they create something valuable in the long run. It means embracing responsibility, because responsibility gives life purpose. A life without meaning is empty. No amount of entertainment, wealth, or pleasure can replace the deep satisfaction that comes from living with purpose. Many people who seem to have everything still feel lost because they lack meaning. They have pursued happiness, but they have ignored the deeper need for purpose. If you want a fulfilling life, do not chase happiness, chase meaning. Find something worth dedicating yourself to. Choose responsibility, commit to something bigger than yourself, and embrace the struggles that come with it. In the end, meaning will bring you something far greater than happiness ever could. A life of purpose, fulfillment, and deep inner strength. Life is a constant balance between two forces, chaos and order. These two elements shape our experiences, decisions, and personal growth. Order represents stability, predictability, and structure. It is the known world where things are familiar, safe, and under control. Chaos, on the other hand, is uncertainty, risk, and the unknown. It is the realm of challenge, fear, and potential transformation. Many people seek to remain in a world of order because it provides comfort. A structured life with routines, traditions, and predictability creates a sense of security. Knowing what to expect each day eliminates uncertainty and reduces stress. However, too much order can lead to stagnation. When life becomes too predictable, there is no room for growth, no challenge to push beyond limitations, and no opportunity for transformation. A person who never steps outside their comfort zone, who never takes risks or confronts challenges, remains stuck in the same patterns, unable to evolve into something greater. Chaos, though uncomfortable, is necessary for personal development. It is in the unknown that we discover our true potential. Every new opportunity, every major life change, every significant achievement comes from stepping into chaos. When a person takes on a new job, moves to a new city, starts a business, or challenges their own beliefs, they are entering the realm of chaos. It is frightening because there are no guarantees, no certainty of success, and no clear path forward. But within that uncertainty lies the possibility of growth. Fear often holds people back from embracing chaos. The unknown is intimidating, and the mind naturally seeks safety. However, avoiding chaos entirely leads to a dull existence, devoid of excitement, progress, and transformation. The most successful individuals are not those who avoid chaos, but those who learn to navigate it. They understand that stepping into the unknown is a necessary part of achieving something greater. They do not recklessly throw themselves into disorder, but they also do not allow fear to trap them in comfort. Instead, they find a way to integrate chaos and order in a way that promotes growth. The key to a fulfilling life is learning how to balance chaos and order. If a person lives entirely in order, they may feel secure, but they will never experience true fulfillment. If they exist only in chaos, constantly chasing uncertainty without any stability, they risk being overwhelmed and lost. The ideal approach is to maintain a structured foundation while continuously challenging oneself to step beyond what is familiar. Consider the example of learning a new skill. At first, the process is chaotic, there is confusion, mistakes, and frustration. A person may struggle to grasp new concepts, feeling lost and incompetent. However, through persistence, that chaos slowly turns into order. What was once difficult becomes second nature, and a new level of mastery is achieved. But once a person reaches that point, if they stop pushing forward, they stop growing. They must seek new challenges, new areas of chaos to enter in order to continue developing. This principle applies to every aspect of life: relationships, careers, education, and self-improvement. A healthy relationship requires both order and chaos. Too much order can make it dull and predictable, while too much chaos can create instability. A career that is entirely predictable may feel safe, but without challenges, it can become uninspiring. On the other hand, a career that is completely chaotic with no structure can be overwhelming and unsustainable. The goal is to create a balance where stability exists, but challenges are continuously introduced to promote growth. The most meaningful experiences in life come from venturing into chaos while maintaining enough order to keep things under control. When a person leaves their comfort zone, they are forced to develop new skills, build resilience, and adapt to unfamiliar situations. The challenges they face may be difficult, but overcoming them leads to a stronger, wiser, and more capable version of themselves. A person who never embraces chaos remains trapped in a limited existence. They may feel safe, but they will never know what they are truly capable of. On the other hand, a person who recklessly throws themselves into chaos without any sense of order may find themselves lost, overwhelmed, and unable to make meaningful progress. The key is to move forward with intention, stepping into the unknown while maintaining enough stability to remain grounded.